Hey, and welcome back, everybody. Been a while. Sorry I haven't put out any video that is substantial uh, to give you guys any tips. But I do want to put out this movie. As you can see, we're at Dragon's Lair Stage 25, which isn't the best place to be farming gear right now. But I want to teach you how to triple dip on points. Okay. So right now, let's exit out of that. We'll go and we see that we have a Dungeon Divers event going on right now. Okay. This coincides with, with a dragon tournament. Right. Very good, very good. And then we also have a champion training tournament starting tomorrow. Okay. So I want to show you guys how you can triple dip on points. I'm also doing this because I am quadruple dipping essentially on points because of the clan quest I picked up. Right here, place 100 decrease attack debuffs on the boss of the Dragon's Lair, stage 20 plus, normal wins only, which is bullshit in my opinion because they should really just need to open that up to hard. It's pretty much bullshit. It's probably because how it's coded and they're essentially just too lazy to recode it properly. But I have super raids enabled. Okay, so we're getting double the rewards and double the experience. And we're using one legendary champion that maybe not a lot of people have. He was not a guaranteed. He's an old school legendary who got a buff probably a year and a half, 2 years ago, and it's made him great. But let's just go over this team setup here. We have 4 food champions, okay? And as you can see, Tomb Lord, his speed is 217. He has just over 3,000 defense. He has 4,500 HP. And then crit rate can make it go faster, but not much. But really what you're wanting to hit is speed, his defensive stats, and then his resistance and his accuracy. Now the resistance is a little low. I think we need to be around 350, but we haven't had a run fail ever. And then his accuracy, he's over capped for that, but still it's good accuracy. So you're going to want to have around 350 resistance, and then accuracy I would say around 250 should be enough, right? If if my memory serves. But on wave 1, we're going to have him open with Blight and then not use it again. Same thing on wave 2, and then he's going to end up using it anyways first off on the boss, and then he'll do Death Burst. Okay? Now there's a reason why we open with it and we don't use it again. It will make the run take substantially longer if he keeps using Blight. Let's look at Blight here. Okay? We'll move this out of the way. Decrease the turning meter of all enemies with less than 50% HP by 100%. And then has a 100% chance of placing decreased attack and decreased defense, and then gets an extra turn if any enemy's turn meter is decreased by this skill. Okay, so we look at Death Burst, and he puts up how many poisons? 2 poison debuffs on all enemies for 2 turns. If the hit is critical, has a 100% chance of putting 4 poison debuffs on enemies for 2 turns. So that's why we want 100% crit rate. As you can see, mine's a bit over crit capped, but that's fine. Okay, so if you keep decreasing the turn meter of the waves, they don't get to take turns and they don't take damage from the poisons, okay? So Tomb Lord is an amazing solo farmer, and he especially is great for when you're doing this and you're wanting to quadruple dip points. Now let's go look at his gear. Okay, so we'll go here, and we'll go by recently used first. There he is, and yes, it is the bread and butter of all solo builds. It is regen and immortal. Okay, so boom, we'll just kind of go over these, right? Okay, and then we have him down here. Accuracy banner with speed, defense for the Knight's Revenant amulet just for some tankiness, and then we have him on a refresh ring, and that's just really because I want him to keep proccing Death Burst. Okay, and then we'll go to Dragon's Lair for the total stats. Now you don't want him too fast, because while it is a good thing that he cycles through his abilities quite a few times, it will make the run take substantially longer. And the fastest I can get this to go is just around 2 minutes. The longest it's gone is like 4 when I first started making this guy. And I'm not the progenitor of, what's going on with Tomb Lord and how to make him solo. I'm just copying what others have done. But I'm going to show you this because I want you to also be able to, triple dip on your points. These are his masteries. I have him down to unshakable just so I can get the extra resistance. Spirit Haste makes him go faster. Lore Steel. Okay, Master Hexer extends the poison debuff so they, do more damage. Okay, and then as you guys saw, I have him on Brimstone. Brimstone is the quintessential debuff you want on Tomb Lord for this because it will speed up the run substantially, especially when he's on the boss, because it's great. Okay, so we'll just do a run here quick. Boom. And then there we go. Everybody's dying, and then Tomb Lord gets faster. Okay. Boom. Now you can go down the offensive tree and take him down to Giant Slayer, but I've actually found that this is just easier to do because it's so stat intensive to try and get the resistance and the accuracy and everything. Okay, so like again, I'm showing you this team to be like, hey, if you want to triple or quadruple dip on points, be super efficient, this would be the way to go. You can also do this with Theodore the Savant. He is actually faster at it. If I ever get a Theodore, sadly I'm going to have to shelf my Tomb Lord because I'll end up using him for pretty much the same role. Now, as you see, we were able to clear that first wave in just under a minute. We end up clearing this one, I think, a bit faster. And we missed the resistance check on that decreased speed, but that's fine. We're already going so fast that it doesn't matter. And we are positive affinity here, so they land a lot of weak hits. So you got that going in your favor too, for them not being able just to crit you out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So boom, boom, boom. People are starting to die off here. They're taking a ton of damage from the poisons. Bam, bam, bam. Bam. Alright. There you go. Brimstone is actually effective on this wave. This is going to be one of the longer runs. I'm going to say it's probably going to be around 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Because once he gets to the boss fight is very quick. I would maybe say 30 seconds. Yeah. Here we go. Opens with that. Boom. Death Burst. And then the dragon does this thing. Brimstone. It's crazy. We always land Brimstone right there. He stuns us. Does a little bit of damage. Nobody cares. Gets hit with Brimstone. Boom. Gets hit with Brimstone again. And then we're off to the races. Okay, and when Death Burst refresh procs, it's actually amazing. But yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Here we are. Yep, boss is just going down to Chinatown. It's over. Bam. And he should be dead here in just a second. Boom. Yep, there he goes. He's dead. 2 minutes, 32 seconds. So definitely not our fastest run. I think I can get it around like 2:05. But yeah. So there you are. That's it, everybody. I love you. Have a wonderful day. God bless. And goodbye.